Welcome to the PFS Podcast. We are Paler Financial Services and are going to be covering various financial topics and current events.
Mark Paler here for Paler Financial. When it's too good to be true, it probably is. The Wall Street Journal recently published an article profiling an investment scheme that offered a guaranteed 15.25% return. In it, they described an investor who was 60 years old and just got laid off from his longtime job. Then he was diagnosed with colon cancer. As you can imagine, he was very upset and didn't know how he was going to make ends meet. Then out of nowhere, they received an investment solicitation and figured if he could roll over his 401k and get that kind of return, he could pay the bills. The idea was so intoxicating, he couldn't get it out of his head, and he would talk obsessively about it to his wife. But she wasn't so sure. After a while, she finally said, "It's your money, I have no clue, and I don't care. You got to do what you got to do." With that, he withdrew his entire $763,000 401k balance and rolled it over to an investment with Yield Wealth. Yield Wealth was affiliated with a firm called Next Level Holdings. Early in 2024, the company failed to sell their distributions, and on the 15th of November, advised them that they would be liquidating the investments and winding up its affairs. When retirement assets are moved from one firm to another, it either needs to go directly between the organizations or be done within 60 days. If that doesn't occur, then the IRS treats the transaction as a withdrawal, and it becomes taxable. If you're not of the right age, it could be subject to a 10% penalty. For investors that use their retirement funds from an IRA or 401k, they may not be able to do a direct rollover because many firms have decided not to work with Next Level or Yield. In that case, a tax bill with potential penalties could be on the horizon. Also, if they don't get anything, they don't get to write it off from their taxes. Realized losses in retirement plans are not deductible, even if they're as a result of theft or fraud. Hundreds of investors put at least $50 million into these products, and no one has any idea if they'll ever see their money again. Many of the investors expressed that they were sick to their stomach, depressed, angry, and they really feel stupid. It was noted that the founder of the scheme misrepresented his credentials, employment background, and was barred from the securities industry. This all adds up to losing money, possibly paying taxes and penalties, not being able to deduct the losses, being emotionally distraught. It surely wasn't worth it. If you want to know more about this story, please make reference to the November 22nd issue of the Wall Street Journal. Jason Zweig was the author. We all know that risk is part of investing. But always keep in mind that if a pitch, product, method, or representative is offering something that is too good to be true, it probably is. At Paler Financial, we act in a fiduciary capacity and are always looking out for your best interests. We expose the resources that we manage to holdings we believe are solid, with good companies that offer competitive rates of return while being mindful of the associated risks. When you're thinking about your affairs and could use some guidance, please reach out. We're here for you and are passionate about taking care of those we serve. Our phone number is 303-858-0045. And our website is www.palerfinancial.com. We look forward to being of service. The information presented is not intended to constitute advice. We relied on sources we believe to be bona fide and accurate. Each person is responsible for exercising independent judgment in determining whether the information provided is appropriate for themselves.